Okay, so I'm gonna talk about my ongoing work on the issue about continuity and the discreteness in architecture, mostly. And then the background of the issue is there are two different types of geometry or form existing in the world, and one is a kind of organic complex form observed in nature, and it really expresses the continuity of its form and but diversity, and also but the other side, artificial complex geometry is something we can see in industrial products and the factory and the integrated circuit and the city grid, etc. So those are kind of opposing type of forms, but what I intend to do is to integrate them together under one mechanism or algorithm. And then to do that, I'm developing one type of agent algorithm, and then I'm gonna talk about that now. But conventionally, there's a different way to see these two different side of forms, and then the form we see in nature is an organic form, usually a product of the bottom-up iteration of agents, like an insect or nature or a molecule kind of create those form incrementally. And on this other side, like a city grid or top artifacts are designed by kind of top-down decision making. So people see those forms as a result of two different approaches. And then conventionally, one solution to have balance between them is combining the bottom up, but to find the middle ground. But this is really issue of balance, and then just finding middle ground. So my approach is different. My approach is maintaining bottom up approach perfectly, but try to have more organization in often chaotic nature of a bottom up approach. So to do that, I introduce a kind of hierarchical relationship inside bottom-up agent algorithm. To do that, I introduce kind of multiple number of internal body clock, and then usually the agent system or one agent has one body clock to know when it starts and how long it survived and what to do next. In this case, I introduced on the algorithm, there's three different clocks, and the bottom one is ticking in the beginning, and at one point, the next second level clock is start ticking, and so you can imagine every second agent does something, but every minute agent does something different, and then every hour agent can do yet another thing. So that is a kind of a temporal control, the body clock control is my idea to introduce hierarchical control by counting time in hierarchical way. So for example, every second it goes straight, and every minute it make turn 90 degrees, creates the square, but every minute, every hour, if make the branch, and it can create a sequence of a square, and every day it creates 90-degree turn again, so it creates the square of sequence of square. And if every day and every week it kind of branches out, and it creates the sequence of square of sequence of square. And then every month it creates another branch, and it creates a much bigger grid made out of the sequence of square or sequence of square. So that is a kind of hierarchy. It can go infinitely, so it can bigger and bigger. But anyway, so that's the idea. And then if you have this multiple level of a body clock system, you have control in different levels. So in this case, it turns 60 degree or 30 degree in a higher level of kind of clock system. But in this case, it's turning that the agent is rotating slightly in a very low level, or I think the lowest level. So the agent, the higher level agent, is trying to create a perfect grid, but it cannot do that because the lowest agent doesn't go straight. So as a result, you see it's a circular grid, but if you trace like a topologically, when it kind of branch out, etc., it's still try to create a 90-degree perfect grid, but it just cannot because of the base is not straight. So, and then you can also have the opportunity to control different type of randomness. So this is like a creating a orthogonal relationship, but the number of square is randomized in a very highest level. But in this case, the kind of middle size block is randomized, but the largest block's number, like every 4 square, is a kind of creating grid, but the middle size is different. And then this one is the lowest, actually lower square is randomized. Actually, it's not even square, it's kind of each edge is randomized. So it's a rectangular, randomized rectangular. But as a whole, in a global level or bigger level, you see still the resemblance to the original grid. And in this case, like not only the size is randomized, but also the turning angle is randomized. And but still, you mostly see the straight line because it's still maintaining the higher, or actually the same grid control. But in this case, it randomized many levels, like the lowest level is not straight, and the lowest like a square is not square, it's a randomized size. So all of them kind of combine together and to create this really not really grid looking, but kind of organic sense images, but still looks like a certain artifacts. So this resembles certain dwellings in the Middle East in ancient time. So so this kind of really somewhere between artifacts and nature or kind of organic organization can emerge out of this algorithm. So anyway, so that's what I've been doing with my algorithm, and then to pursue like a mechanism of like a form and geometry and relationship, etc. So the video is just showing a bunch of example made out of this algorithm. But anyway, that's all, and I just play the rest of the video, and thank you for listening.